Hi, I'm Laura. I'm going to do the tips and tricks. First, what I'm going to do, I'll just kind of go through, and I have screenshots of all the different things we'll go through, but I'm going to actually go into GP, but I'll kind of go through some of what I'm going to be talking about. I have an easy date creation and ending GP window. I'm going to talk about mass modify a little bit. People might have used it, but I just want to kind of go through it again. The window command display. Just wanted to make sure everybody knew the different displays. I'm going to talk about posting by batch series and master. I'm also going to talk about opening a batch from a transaction window, and then just the find button on GP report. So these are just little things just to maybe help you, save a couple strokes. Actually, I have all the pictures, so Brad, when he sends this out, you can kind of see. But I'll go ahead and go to GP to show you kind of. The first one is the date creation. If you're in a transaction window, you go over to your date. Instead of hitting like 04/22, maybe it's the 15th you need. You can just hit the plus key. So if you hit the plus key, it's not on here. Which one? Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm doing. So if you just hit the plus key, you can go up and down. If you hit the minus key, you can go down. So you can go down. If you hit, say this is set at 4:11, and you want the 22nd, all you would have to do is hit 22 and then tab or enter, and it goes to 4:22. It's just a little trick that I wanted to show you guys. But the plus and minus, I had never seen that. So, has anybody ever used that before? So it's just a neat little trick I kind of came across. Does anybody have any questions with that? And like I said, the directions on what you need to do will be on the screenshots that Brad will be sending out. Also, while I'm on here, I'll go ahead and use this one. So say I'm in this, delete this one. So I'm in this record. I'm done with my batch. I want to see, usually if you guys close out of here and then you can go to your batch, your edit batch to make sure all your information is correct, all your accounts are correct, dates. So instead, we are done with this, you can just go ahead and click your arrow and you can go right back into your batch and you can do your edit list just to see that instead of kind of going out and, make sure everything's right. Kind of go in there and then you can print up your edit list, make sure everything's right. Ooh, I got all the words. You can't print, so you will have. This is just so you can kind of review to make sure everything's right. If you try and hit post, it will tell you, oh, it's being edited by the SA. So you can't post, but you can go back to your series posting, which I will talk about in a minute. But this one you can use just to kind of play with to make sure that everything, you can go straight from here. Instead of closing out and go into the batch, doing an edit batch, you can just do it straight from here. Any questions with that? Okay. Now I'm going to talk about mass modify. Has everybody played with that, or? Yes? No? No? So say you got a new division within your company. On this one I'm going to show you, I want to add a new division. And instead of, when you add a new division, you see everything, Bill?
Yeah, can you minimize, see the side arrow on that? Sorry. Minimize that. There you go.
Is that good? Thanks. No, you're fine. So the mass modify. So on this example here, the first segment is my division. So I'm going to add a new division. So you add a new division, you would have to add all your accounts that are associated with that division. So instead of hand keying everything and adding the new account structure together, you can just go to the mass modify. There's copy. There's also, you can move, inactivate, delete, which that's not delete. I don't like delete. But you can inactivate a bunch of accounts in a row. So this one we're going to just copy. So I want all the accounts that are associated with Division 100 to be with my new department or new division of 175. Okay. So now we're going to make sure that this is on the selected range. Then you can see all the accounts that are going to be affected. So I'm going to create accounts for all these different GL accounts, which is the middle segment, and add 175. So that's all you do is just copy, put your string in here, your 100 to 999, and then hit modify. And we can kind of pull this up so you guys can see. I should have showed you that it wasn't there before. So now you see that all the segments, they really weren't there before, but now you can see that all the accounts that were still associated with 100 are now there with 175. So you can just do one big swoop instead of hand keying each one of these. So if you wanted to inactivate, so say a division, division was no longer, you can just go ahead and inactivate all those accounts as well. So it's kind of a nice feature. Sometimes if you're doing a lot or you're not sure exactly what it's going to do, I do recommend people put this in, start doing this in test first. I just think that's easy. Make sure it's doing exactly what you want it to do before you do it. So you don't have to go back and fix it. So that's always my rule on these, or when you're trying. You guys are smiling. Did you do this or something?
I got a question on the inactivate. So you can't, or you wouldn't want to delete an account that has been used at least one time or sometime in the past.
No.
But if you choose to inactivate an account that hasn't been used for several years, is there something that, is there a check in case it was accidentally used this year that will preclude you from inactivating it, or?
You'll get a message, and it'll give you a message that says this account has balance this year and will be excluded from the year-end close.
Okay. If you try to
you get a message.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, I just want to make sure this is where you would go in just individually accounts and just click inactive. So individually, if you want to do that.
Tell you.
Okay.
What did you do, Ned?
I said it would tell you.
Oh, okay.
And how did you get to the math one? I didn't even.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I put that on there as well. So you go into financial, and then it's under cards, mass modify. And like I said, if maybe play with it. If you're changing a bunch of accounts, maybe do it in your test just to make sure that that's what you want to do. Any other questions? I also want to just make sure everybody's aware. Phil and I were talking about this, just that there's, when you're posting batches, so I'm in the financial batches right now. Financial batches, you can pull it up, you can post it. There's also the series batch where somebody can go in and they can post everything, not just one at a time. They can go in and post everything in the financial module. If a manager wanted to review them before they posted something like that, they could just post everything. But there's also, and I just want to make sure everybody knew, in the admin, there's also the master posting. Everybody was aware of that? So this is just all your modules. So you can change it. You can change it just to see the financial, the sales, the purchasing, or this is all of them. But it will tell you here. So kind of go through all these payables. It will tell you invoice entry, transaction entry. So go through and you can kind of pick and choose whatever you want to post. Were people aware of that, or?
What's really cool about that is in month end when you're closing, if you want to know everything's been posted, typically you have to go through each module and look at the batches and see if everything's been posted, or you can go here and see all the modules at one time.
Right.
And you've got a good naming convention on your batches, so you can tell which ones are for the current month, which ones are the month you're closing, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you could look at them all, or you can just go, module by module to kind of look through them all. Any questions from that? I've already gone through. I had, I'm getting done quick. So I've kind of gone through. Oh no, I didn't. Sorry, I almost missed this again. I also wanted just the window command display on your home setting, your home user description. Everybody has and I have pictures of this, where you can change it from the action pane to the action pane strip to the menu bar. Everybody's aware of that. They can change it wherever is most convenient. So right now I have it on the action pane, and I kind of gave examples of all that on my sheet that you'll get, that you can take it to the action pane strip, or you can just do the menu bar, whichever you're more comfortable with. I'm sure everybody know that you can, just all the different things you can do on your user preferences. I think I talked about this last time. Okay. The last thing I just wanted to talk about, I thought most people probably saw this, but if you run a report, any report, I'll just run a trial balance real quick. Printer. And just, if you have a big report, this is 40 pages. Well, it's going to be more than that. So 79 pages. Just the find button up here. You can do Control F, but you can go to, you can pick your pages. You can, if you want to look for the journal entry number, you can do this one in your reports. But you can go to your next page. You can click that way. You can go to the last page. I can go to page 78, and it'll go to that page. So I just want to make sure everybody kind of saw that, knew that that was there. You can also Control F to find things as well, just on these reports. So I just want to make sure, that's just another thing I saw I want to make sure everybody knew about.